Nithyananda. I am Shanti Arnal from Mumbai. I have been connected to Swami Nithyananda for the last 5 years, and I cannot tell how I have been enriched by being connected to Swamiji. The Swamiji's programs have benefited me so tremendously. His teachings about completions and root thought patterns have given me a lot of understanding about uh, my own life and how I can improve it. I'll just give you one incident wherein Swamiji has made such a tremendous difference to my life. We were living in a rented accommodation for almost 20 years in Mumbai, and though we bought an apartment about 10 years ago, in 2010, we were not able to move into our own accommodation because after we bought it, we discovered that we had a lot of legal problems in the apartment, and so we didn't want to, so we continued to reside in our rented accommodation. My mother-in-law used to be very upset that we were living in a rented accommodation, and we were not able to move into our own house, though we had another house in Hyderabad and all. And the fact remained that we were living in a rented accommodation. This has been a constant bother for us. We used to try and see how to solve it, but we were just never finding a solution for that. Then in 2016, I attended one wealth completion session, webinar, a 2-day webinar with Swamiji, wherein Swamiji said that the first thing he said was we should first know where we stand with regard to our wealth. We should know what we have and what are our assets and what are our liabilities. And he said every day if you sit and make your own, draw up all your assets and liabilities, if you sit and write it out every day, I promise you that within a year all your wealth problems will be solved. And so I started doing that. I started writing that down. I used to write what all I had, and then I would say, but I still don't have my own house. Then one day when I visited the apartment where we had legal issues, and I was there. I stood there and I had a picture of Swamiji, and I told him, I said, Swamiji, you keep telling me that if I want something very dearly, and every part of me wants it dearly, I can manifest it. Why is it that I am not able to manifest my own house? Then Swamiji, literally, the picture, he laughed through to me through that picture, and he said, girl, you are in your own house. I said, Swamiji, are you teasing me? You know that I have so many legal problems in this house. How can I live in this place? Then Swamiji said, then Swamiji said, you move into this house, make preparations, move into this house. I will take care. And so, like when he said that, it was like, I said, okay, Swamiji has said it. And then I looked around. I said, where do I get the money to make this place up? Then I remembered, because I'd been doing up my balance sheet, I realized that let me dispose of my Hyderabad house, and with that money do this place up and then make it possible. So I did that, and believe it or not, I completed the interiors of my house in 7-8 months. And just before we were ready to move into our house, all the legal problems just vanished. I mean, miraculously vanished. And we even got our share certificate and everything, and all things were sorted out. And it was just amazing. Now we are living in our own house, and it's a beautiful house, and I'm so glad. It's all because of Swamiji that it has happened. Thank you, Swamiji, so much for all that you have taught me and done for me. I'm ever grateful to you. Thank you, Nithyanandam.